Hi there, thank you for joining me for another exciting edition of the Making of Champions show. I remain your host, Ejike Muba, and today I'll be talking about what is your calling? What is your calling? Have you ever heard the saying before that when the purpose of something is not known, abuse is inevitable? When the purpose of something is not known, abuse is inevitable. That is the gospel truth. Do you know that some people today are abusing themselves because they don't know their purpose, they don't know their calling, so they abuse themselves, they denigrate themselves, they misuse themselves, and they destroy themselves. They self-destruct because they don't know their calling. Everybody in this world has a calling. We all have a calling. Even players in the same profession have the unique flavor they all bring to that profession because we're all unique. So we bring our uniqueness to bear in whatever it is that we do, whatever endeavor that we pursue. There is no such thing as unemployment. Listen to me very well. There is no such thing as unemployment. Everybody in this world was given an assignment when they were brought into this world. That is their calling. If you know your calling, you cannot be unemployed because your calling is your job. Your calling is your job. Success is fulfilling your calling, knowing your calling and fulfilling it. So, to achieve your calling, you have to first and foremost find out what is my calling. It's very simple. It starts with looking inwards. You see, a lot of people, especially in this part of the world, are outward looking. They are looking for handouts. They are looking for what they call destiny helpers. And they are looking for support from outside. Whereas everything is within. Ecclesiastes 3:11 says that God has set the world in our hearts. God has put eternity in our hearts. That means everything you'll ever be is already on the inside of you. It's just like an orange tree and an orange seed. That tree came from that seed. Without that seed, you can't get that tree. You can't graft that tree into being. You have to sow that seed to get that tree. So that is the way you are. It begins with the seed of greatness on the inside of you. And that seed of greatness begins from your talents. Everybody has at least one major talent. Your gifts, your strengths, your talents. What is it? Your passion. God has already put it in there. Your job is just to discover it. That is on the one hand. Then the second is, what does the world need? What are the needs of the world? So where your talents and gifts, where your talents and the need of the world intersect, lies your calling. Simple formula. What is your talent? What are the needs of the world around you? That is your calling. I have a talent in inspiring people, educating people, equipping people, training people, motivating people. So that's my talent. What's the needs? We have human capital, need for to develop human capital. We have a lot of undeveloped potential, human potential. So you can see my calling is not difficult to identify. The same way, find out what your calling is and begin to pursue it and begin to fulfill it. What is stopping a lot of people today is, number one, miseducation from our schools. They get certificates and they think they are educated. No, that was just an aspect of education, the formal education. But the most important is the self-education. Self-education along the lines of your passion, along the lines of your interest. Self-education. Find out what your passion is and train yourself in that field and begin to pursue it. Some are just impatient. They don't want to put in the time because it takes a lot of time. There's a lot of resources. It takes a lot of patience to get what you have on the inside of you to manifest. But a lot of people are very impatient. Impatience. Some are ignorant. Some are misled by the wrong company. Now, it's never too early to find your calling. because you are someone on an assignment. So the earlier you find out what your assignment is, the better for you. It's never too early. Chinua Achebe is known as a literary colossus, one of the biggest writers out of Africa. Chinua Achebe is the author of the classic Things Fall Apart. Now, Chinua Achebe was actually a medical student in the University of Ibadan, Nigeria. Was a medical student. He was a very intelligent young man. So he got a scholarship to study medicine. But he realized that medicine was not what he was cut out for. So in the second year, he changed his course of study to English. So some people back at that time would have considered it a foolish move. How can somebody ditch medicine for English? But today, Chinua Achebe is known globally for his writings, for his books. So the earlier you find your calling, the better for you. The better for you. And now, you might be watching this and you feel it's too late for you. You are far too advanced. You are in your 50s, you are in your 40s, you are in your 60s, and your 70s. It is never too late as well. It's never too early. It's never too late. Go and read about Mother Teresa. I wrote about Grandma Moses. Grandma Moses, I wrote about her in my book, The Making of Champions. Now, go and read about Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa, get a copy of my book. Read about her, research about her. Now, Mother Teresa, I keep saying Mother Teresa. Grandma Moses was someone I always had passion for painting. It was until she got married, had a large family. They were farmers until her husband died. Her husband died. When her husband died, she resorted to making patterns on fabric. When she had arthritis, she couldn't do that anymore. She now fell back on painting. That was at age 76. And this woman had another 25 years of a successful career as an artist and produced over 1,600 artworks. She died at the age 101 with over 25 years as a successful artist. In fact, one of her artworks hangs in the White House as we speak. She did it in honor of President Eisenhower. On her 100th birthday, the city celebrated her birthday, commemorated her 100th birthday, because she represented the fact that you never give up on your dreams. So I'm telling you now, find your calling and never give up on your dreams. Never give up on your dreams. Find your calling. That is the most important thing. Find your calling, pursue it, and make that impact that only you can make in this world. Thank you so much for joining me today. I believe you learned a lot from today's program. Let's get your feedback. We always appreciate them. So until we meet next time, remember, anything is possible. Do not limit yourself. See you in my next video. Cheers.